So family, this story comes from South Carolina. It's my home state. And I'm a whistleblower, a law enforcement whistleblower from the state of South Carolina. And I'm going to show you a pattern in this state. So two former Goose Creek officers were arrested in child SA investigation. And it was discovered that the department that this one particular officer worked for was well aware of what he was doing because he was investigated for having CP back in 2018. They knew. And I'm going to show you that the reason why I went into law enforcement whistleblowing from the state of South Carolina is because something similar happened to me as a child. I'm going to show you this consistent pattern. And so we find out that Conrad Sands Staten was charged with third-degree SA of a minor and also misconduct in office. And we also find out that Shelly Love Olick has been charged with misconduct in office. And the reasons for these charges is that we find out that according to court documents, Staten was employed as a school resource officer at Stratford High School between December 2021 and April of 2022. And this man had CP the whole time. And this was reported back in 2018. And for some reason, it was covered up. There was a investigation that was found to not have substantial evidence that this man had done this, even though he would go on to be just the kind of person to do this. So it's hard for me to believe he wasn't guilty then, given what we know right now. And also, according to an affidavit, Staten had more than 15 images. And we find out that Olick, who was also a law enforcement officer in South Carolina, was aware of it. And that Staten had public displays of affection that Olick didn't do anything about. And there was an inappropriate relationship that Olick permitted that Staten had engaged with this 17-year-old student with. And these interactions had begun back in 2018. So the department was well aware about what was going on. Because at that time, I can tell you for a fact, there was another big scandal where there was a cover-up with, ironically, a deputy in Richland County, South Carolina, that it was being covered up. And that's why I've gone into law enforcement whistleblowing. And that's because, once again, as you can see, this has happened in other parts of the state. And with this guy, Leon Lott in Richland County, he covered up what happened to me. So that's why I did what I did. Pay attention, y'all.